Hello and welcome to It's 9:50 in the morning and we're making corn chowder. Because as adults, you can do whatever you want. It might not be rational, reasonable, but it's really fun. Oh no. Hi, my name is Grace Helbig. If you don't know, now you know your life is different now. We're in the kitchen. We're cooking. It's 2022. We're all hopped up on our resolutions and/or we're starting the slow decline into the depression that comes with not following these resolutions that we've set for ourselves. We are our greatest cheerleaders and our own worst enemies. Let's make something to eat. That's right, today I have decided to make sweet corn and poblano chowder because it's a gray day here in Los Angeles. It's winter, this seems cozy, and also when I order from HelloFresh, I usually go for like full meals, and I saw this chowder on there. It's something I wouldn't normally choose, and I thought, new year, I'm making choices. So that's what we're doing today. But before we get into cooking, obviously we have to talk about some crucial points. Some might call these talking points. I call them specific items that I want to communicate to you verbally. If you are tired of setting unrealistic New Year's resolutions, guess what? This year you can do things differently. You can regain control of your food choices with HelloFresh. They have so many different recipes to choose from, so you can really break out of your recipe rut, which is what I'm doing today. 2021, rut. 2022, rut-row, no rut. If you're strapped for time, don't worry, they make quick and easy recipes that can get done in under 20 minutes. They have easy cleanup and low prep options. Because all the ingredients are pre-portioned for you with HelloFresh, you have less food waste and less time wasted. Waste all that time just beating yourself up over those resolutions you're not getting done. That's healthy. All right, I have a very busy day today, so let's just get into this right now. Everything you need to make a HelloFresh meal comes in this handy dandy brown paper bag that has no eggs in it most of the time, and I assume that this is one of them, and it is. Yes, we're always right, we're never wrong. That was under pressure of my ego. I'm doing a lot of schoolwork lately, guys. Wow. I'm very into how all of this looks right now. Aesthetically, chaotic good. And don't forget, you can use this brown paper bag as a little garbage bag for all your ingredients while you cook. I've never made chowder, I don't think. I have probably accidentally made thick soup or runny mashed potatoes, both of which could probably be assumed to be chowder, but I haven't set out with the intention of making chowder and done it. So that's what we're gonna do today. Step number 1, we are going to preheat our oven to 425 degrees. Okay, then we're gonna wash and dry all of our produce. Look, I took a shower. It's only right that you guys take a shower. Hey, baby gorgeous. Ooh, and I'm drinking coffee, because everyone knows coffee and chowder. What am I, from Boston? That's what people in Boston do. Core, de-seed, and dice this poblano pepper. And then we're gonna chop up these potatoes into half-inch pieces. So we're going to de-seed. Sorry. And just like that, you are not able to have children anymore. Cute. Look at this oh God, they're everywhere. This says this recipe takes a total of 40 minutes. So that's about the amount of time that I have before I have to go to a meeting. Pardon me if we don't have as much time to chit chat about the important happenings in both of our lives. How can I update you on what's going on with me? How about this? Just mind your business. Peppers are chopped, and I don't know much about chowder, so it's perfect. It's okay. You wanted to be an art student. I know nothing about chowder, so it's perfect for me to assume that this is a vegetarian meal, but perhaps you could add meat to it. What I would say for you to do, if you're interested in that, is to Google it and find out from someone else that knows what they're talking about. We need to finely dice half of the shallot. Bam! Drain and rinse our corn, which comes in this box, like all delicious corn does. You can either drain your corn in a colander, or you could let it, look at Twitter for a second. Lol. Step 2! We're gonna melt 2 tablespoons of butter in a medium pot. We're gonna add the poblano, the diced shallot, and season with salt and pepper and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. I got a tub of butter. Here we go. Whoa! And then we're gonna add the poblano and the shallot. Ooh. Right, the whole shallot. And nothing but the shallot. And the diced shallot. Oh yeah. Shallot in. And now salt and pepper. I'm doing chefing cooking, and this is where we read the directions again because we don't trust that we actually committed them to memory or read them correctly. That goes 2 to 3 minutes. Then we add the flour, stirring until lightly browned for 1 minute, and then we slowly add our milk, and then we add 1.5 cups of water. Again, I just said all of it, and I didn't really retain any of it. This water. Yeah, okay. Ooh, that smells good. It smells like food. That's about ish. So now we put our flour in and cook for a minute until it's brownish. And I have no sense of what a minute is because I'm impatient. So now I'm just gonna slowly put in the milk and incorporate that. All right, now we stir in 1.5 cups of water. Okay, now we're gonna add the potatoes, the stock concentrate, which is these guys. You guys look very focused. These are the guys that you wanna go to for Adderall. That's a focus joke. Very milky, very interesting color. It smells good. Smells like milk and potatoes. Oh, half the Old Bay. I forgot, half the Old Bay. Wow, that made the color different again. Gorgeous. Whew, it is hotsy-totsy in here. I'm dressed like I look like I'm going to a ski lodge. Oh, what are we doing? Now we bring to a boil and cook, stirring occasionally until the potatoes are very tender, 15 to 20 minutes. All right, I'm gonna put a lid on this so it cooks faster because I have no ability to remember anything and no patience. How about that? Ah, there is a little note that says you can add shrimp to this, see? I was right. I hate to admit it, but I'm right all the time. I keep telling my therapist that. She doesn't really say anything, which makes me assume that she agrees. Where was I? This is gonna cook for 15 to 20 minutes so the potatoes can get tender and delicious. And then, you'll see the next step when the next step happens. We're still waiting. Sharp things randomly everywhere. We're still waiting for the chowder to cook with the potatoes, but in the meantime, we're gonna work on our Old Bay seasoned bread. So we need softened butter, or I'm just gonna melt butter because I only have butter in a tub, which is a true luxury. Ooh, look at it go, my gosh, cook those potatoes. Butter has been melted. Put a 1/4 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning and a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. I don't want to do that. We'll just do whatever we want to do. Here's our Old Bay, a 1/4 teaspoon. I like Old Bay, so that might have been more. Mix it in with our butter. Take our baguette. We're gonna cut it in half. Did I cut that correctly? There are 2 pieces now. Is that supposed to go this way? Who gives a shit? Now on a baking sheet, we put our bread. We get our little kitchen paintbrush. We just, take our butter and paint the top of this bread with it. This is also how I do my makeup, if you're wondering. Smash it on there. Who wore better? Picasso could never. He actually could never. He's dead. Sorry. Now we toast this in the oven for 3 to 5 minutes. We are burning through this. We'll be right back after this commercial break to finish what we started with this chowder. I figured now while the chowder is still chowdering that I would tell you guys the HelloFresh offer if you are interested in participating in this beautiful cooking experience. If you are, you can go to HelloFresh.com and you can use my code Helbig16 for up to 16 free meals. Butt ton of meals and 3 surprise gifts. I know, ominous, intriguing, curious, confusing. Again, you can go to HelloFresh.com, use my code Helbig16 to get up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. I hope it's a Cheesecake Factory gift card. That would be ironic. So our timer's almost gonna go off, which means that the potatoes have been cooking for like 15 minutes. And basically you have to cook them until they're tender, so they might need more time to go. But the bread should be done soon. So that's just where we're at. I've also realized that in the past couple of years, I've gotten very obsessive with making sure people know what's going on. Probably a reaction to the insane lack of certainty the world has held for all of us the last couple of years, but who's to say? My therapist, that's who. Oh, this doesn't go off until I do it. Okay. I didn't need this pan this whole time. I just wanted you to see it. Isn't it pretty? I got a new Our Place pan and I love it. Okay. I could use a little bit more. So from reading the recipe, who knew that was a major component in this whole experience? Once the potatoes are tender, we're going to reduce the heat and mash them to a desired consistency. I don't have a potato masher. Remind me to buy a potato masher and a meat thermometer. I need one of those too. Remind me of that, okay? We're gonna reduce the heat to low. We're gonna use a fork and struggle to mash up some potatoes in this pot until we get a desired consistency, which I'm pretty sure will happen very quickly, as I don't like spending a long time on things. Bread. Let me check on the bread. I don't want to burn the bread. That's a desired consistency because I desire to be done doing that. We're gonna stir in our cream cheese, our corn, and our Monterey Jack until it's fully incorporated. Watch this. Cream cheese. Always stunning. Always a stunning element to add. Our corn, it's just been chilling. Hey, corn. And our Monterey Jack. Uh-oh. It's going everywhere. Okay, now we stir all this in. Make sure that cream cheese really melts in there. That's looking like chowder, I think, as I have no direct personal references to compare it to. That's full-on freaking chowder, I think. We're gonna add some salt and pepper, some full-on thick soup. This is like if soup decided it was gonna do hot girl winter and it got itself all thick. That, honestly, I think looks really great. Let's set this meal up. Oh my gosh, okay, this was all relatively easy. I found a ladle. Well, Elliot found a ladle the other day. I thought I didn't have one. If you wonder what I've been up to, big things. Now we're supposed to garnish with a dollop of sour cream. This is how they look in their profile picture, and this is how they show up, and you're like, damn, thick and full of corn. There is a God. Doesn't make sense. But what does, other than science? Science deeply makes sense. Okay, sweet corn and poblano chowder at 10:42 a.m. That all is great. Whoa. Wow, that's very nice. I'm not a chowder person, but today I am, and that's delicious. It's a little sweet because of the corn, and then the Old Bay is like smoky and reminds me of Bloody Marys in Maryland. The poblano's a little bit spicy, and I don't really know how to describe things correctly. I'm just talking out of my ass. And this probably will too in about a half hour. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Oh my God. I think this is maybe a sign of adulthood and maturing as an individual, is that you like soups more and you get it all over yourself. Oh no. Well, there you go. This was delicious. I will be eating this throughout the rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in some capacity. And I hope you enjoy your day. Other than that, I don't know. Chowder's where it's at, said no Gen Zer ever.